Correct. Good morning, all of you. So today we have to discuss one of the important areas, that is advent of Europeans in AP history. In AP history, it begins with, for group 2 purpose, it begins with Shatavahanas, Ikshvaku dynasty, then Vishnukundins, Eastern Chalukyas. So after that, in second chapter, so we have to see this Kakatiyas that is there, and Reddy Kingdom, Vijayanagar Empire. So already you have seen all those important areas. So then Qutub Shahis of Golconda, that is also one of the important areas. That's all there. But today we have to see this third chapter, especially advent of Europeans to Andhra. How these Europeans came to Andhra, that topic we have to see. Advent of Europeans. Okay. So advent of Europeans. Europeans to Andhra. Advent of Europeans to Andhra. Advent of Europeans to India. How these Europeans came to India, that First people to come to India, the Portuguese. First people to come to India, the Portuguese. Second one, the Dutch. Third one, the British. Fourth one, the Danish or Danes. Last one, the French. Like that, they came to India. But coming to Andhra, advent of Europeans to Andhra. First people to come to Andhra, the Dutch. Who were the first people to come to Andhra? The Dutch were the first people to come to Andhra. The Dutch, they were the first people to come to Andhra. Second people to come to Andhra, the British. They were the second people to come to Andhra. The British were the second people. Third people to come to Andhra, the French. The French were the third people to come to Andhra. So fourth one to come to Andhra, the Portuguese. The Portuguese were the last people to come to Andhra. Danes or Danish, they did not come to Andhra. Danes, they belong to Denmark, they did not come to Andhra, well. Okay, so like that, these are the people, these are the Europeans who came to Andhra for the purpose of this trade and commerce. First one, who came to Andhra? The Dutch. The Dutch belongs to Netherlands. The Dutch belongs to which country? They belongs to Netherlands. They belongs to Netherlands. That you have to remember. The British, Britain. British, Britain. The French, France. And the Portuguese, Portugal. Portugal. Like that, they belongs to. So these countries, well. Okay. So Netherlands capital is Amsterdam. Netherlands capital, Amsterdam. Amsterdam, that is the capital of Netherlands. Britain, London, well. London, well. France, Paris, that also well. Portugal, so Lisbon. Lisbon. So like this, so first people to come to Andhra, the Dutch. Dutch belongs to Netherlands. Netherlands capital is Amsterdam. The British belongs to Britain. London, that is the capital. Third one to come to Andhra, the French. The French belongs to France, and Paris is the capital. The Portuguese, the Portugal, Lisbon, that is the capital. So like this, these are the people who came to Andhra for the purpose of trade and commerce. Their main ambition was especially for the purpose of trade and commerce only. But after coming to India, they have changed their attitude because of disunity in Andhra, because of disunity in India. They wanted to establish their colony in India. So their supremacy in India, their imperialism in India. The British especially dominated among all these, we can say. The Dutch, the British, the French, the Portuguese, all these came to India. So, but among all these, what happened? So, these Danes also came to India. But coming to Andhra, we have written here. Coming to Andhra, these are the people who came. When did they come to Andhra? That also you can know. Sometimes in the examination, in group 2 examination, what kind of bits are asked in the sense, put them in chronological order. Put them in chronological order like that. Who came first, who came next like that. So they will ask. Put them in chronological order like that. They may ask the question. That's why you have to know in which year they came to Andhra. The Dutch came in the year 1602. The British came in the year 1611. These came in the year 1669. These came in the year 1670. The Portuguese came in the year 1670. 1669 only the French came. and 1611 only British, 1602 itself. So this company that was established, they came to Andhra in the year 1605. 1602 only company established, 1605 only they came. Okay, Dutch East India Company that was started in the year 1602, but they came to Andhra in the year 1605, right? You have to remember that one. Up to what extent they continued in India? The Dutch continued till 1759 in India, the British 1947 in India, the French 1955 in India, the Portuguese that's in the year 1961 in India. So like that they continued in India, right? You got idea about this one? So like this, all these important points you have to remember. So we have to discuss in which places they established their centers, trading centers were established in which places. So all these we have to see. So got idea about this one? So who are the people who came to Andhra in the sense? Europeans especially. First one the Dutch, second one the British, third one the French, fourth one the Portuguese, like that they all came to. So this India. Okay. Yes, Andhra we can say. India also they came, but so particularly to Andhra we are going to discuss, right? So first we have to see this Dutch. Dutch people belongs to which country? Netherlands. Okay, the Dutch belongs to Netherlands. So the Dutch belongs to Netherlands. Dutch East India Company that was started in the year 1602. They started this Dutch East India Company. Dutch East India Company that was started in the year 1602 only. But they came to Andhra in the year 1605. In which year? So they came to Andhra. 1605 only they came to Andhra. Directly they came to Machilipatnam. In which place they entered? So did they enter India? They entered India, otherwise entered Andhra, because they were the first people to come to Andhra, that we have seen. So they were the first people to come to Andhra. In the same way, in which year they entered Andhra? In the year 1605 only. Where did they enter Andhra? They are in Machilipatnam. Machilipatnam. They came there at Machilipatnam. That's one of the important places. Since from the beginning, it got okay. So there is good transportation at the same time. One of the important business centers. At the same time, resources were available in every activity. Machilipatnam that advanced well during that time. Many people they used to enter this Machilipatnam. In the same way, these people also what happened in the sense they came to Machilipatnam. Okay, first they entered where in the sense they entered this Machilipatnam, like that it was said. Okay, where did they enter? Machilipatnam only they entered. Like that, the Portuguese people, they were the first people to come to India. So, but they were the last people to come to Andhra, right? So, like that all happened, we can say. So, there is especially during that time. So, there is especially during that time. So, all these important things they went on. In 1605 only, they entered Andhra. During that time in 1605, when they entered Machilipatnam, who was the ruler of? So there is Golconda. Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, he was the ruler of Golconda during that time. This Machilipatnam, complete Andhra region that was under the control of Golconda Sultans. You know something about these Golconda Sultans. These Golconda Sultans. These Golconda Sultans, they came in the year 1512 and continued till 1687. There's the period of these Golconda Sultans, you know well. These Golconda Sultans came to power in the year 1512 and continued till 1687. Sultan Quli Qutub Shah was the first ruler. Sultan Quli Qutub Shah was stabbed and killed in the hands of his son Jamshid. So after the death of this Jamshid, what happened? Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah came to power. After Ibrahim Quli only, Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah came to power. Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, he came to power. This Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah's period is 1580, he came to power and continued till 1612. 1580 to 1612 he continued. Who continued? Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, he continued. In the period of Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah only, this Dutch people, they entered. So this Andhra, you know well. Okay, Dutch East India Company that was started in the year 1602. But they came to, in Andhra in the year 1605, directly they came to Machilipatnam. So that's one of the important centers, you know well. So Golconda Sultan Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah gave permission to these people for for their trade and commerce in Andhra. Who gave permission to these people? This especially. So Golconda Sultan only gave permission to these people so to establish their trade and commerce in Andhra. In 1610, they moved to Pulicat. In 1610, they moved to Pulicat region. Pulicat, we can say, and Pulicat became the main center, which became the main center in Andhra. Pulicat became the main center in Andhra, that you have to remember. Okay, Pulicat, 1689 till so there is 1689. Pulicat became the main center in Andhra, we can say. So in Andhra, what happened in the sense, in Andhra, this Pulicat became the main center till 1689. Till 1689, this became the main center, we can say. 1689 till 1689, this became the main center in Andhra. Not only this Pulicat, Machilipatnam and Pulicat, many other centers they established. Visakhapatnam, Bhimunipatnam. In Visakhapatnam, not only Machilipatnam, you see. So this Machilipatnam, Pulicat, these two important centers they are there. Okay, first center Machilipatnam. Who gave permission? Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah gave permission. That all you know. Then after this, they went to Bhimunipatnam. That is one of the important centers. So for this trade and commerce, Bhimunipatnam. Bhimuni Patnam. This Bhimuni Patnam, that became one of the important centers for them. So Narsapur, that also became another important center. Narsapur, that became one of the important centers for them. So there is Narsapur, that also became. Gollapalem, Petapoli. Gollapalem, there's one. Petapoli. All these also. Machilipatnam that was there, Pulicat that was there, Bhimunipatnam, Narsapur, Gollapalem, Petapuli, etc. They all so became centers, we can say. So there is especially diamond trade, the monopoly. They got monopoly on diamonds. Monopoly. So they got monopoly on what in the sense? Diamonds. So these Dutch people got monopoly on diamonds. That's very, very important. So during that time, Vajrakuru, that famous for diamonds, and Golconda, that also became for diamonds. Golconda, that is one of the important centers for diamonds. Golconda, that became famous for diamonds. Okay, which are the important places for diamonds, especially for these diamonds? During that time, they were getting diamonds from Andhra region. That's one of the important centers from Andhra region especially. So Guntur district, Kollur mines. Guntur district, Kollur mines. Kollur mines, diamond mines, they existed. There's one. Krishna district, Paritala. That is also famous for diamonds. Paritala, that is famous for diamonds. Anantapuram region, Vajrakarur, that also became famous for diamonds, and Golconda, that also became famous for diamonds. Golconda, that comes here in Telangana region, but these are existed in Andhra Rayalaseema. Guntur, Kollur mines, Krishna, Paritala, then Vajrakarur, Anantapur region. So Golconda, all these became famous for these diamonds, and they concentrated maximum on diamond trade only. So diamonds especially. Okay, like that, all these important things, they happened. After that, what happened in the sense, they moved to different places in India. So, but competition that was started because in the year 1605 only these people came to Andhra. 1605 only these people came to Andhra. So directly they came to Andhra. But what happened in the sense, have you got idea up to this? So diamond mines, they existed in Guntur district, Kollur mines, Krishna district, Paritala and Vajrakarur, that is one. Golconda, all these became famous for diamonds. Okay. So this Bhimunipatnam, Narsapur, Gollapalem, Petapuli, Machilipatnam and Pulicat. Pulicat became the main center till 1689 it continued. It continued as the main center in Andhra till 1689 we can say, right? Like that, all these important things you have to remember. Then they established different places in India. But what happened? Competition that was started between the Dutch and the British. The Dutch, Netherlands is a small country, and Britain, that is a big country comparatively with this Netherlands. Okay, so the British came to Andhra. The British, they came to Andhra in 1611. In 1611 only the British came to Andhra. The British came in which year? In the year 1611. Who gave permission to the British also? Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah only gave permission to the British. The goods which were manufactured by the British, they are qualitative and quantitative comparatively with this goods of the Dutch. That's why what happened, people started purchasing British goods and they neglected the goods of the Dutch. They did not purchase the goods of the Dutch. At this moment, losses came to the Dutch. Like that, disparities came. Disparities arose between the Dutch and the British. Between the Dutch and the British, what happened in the sense? Disparities arose. Disparities came between these two. So wherever these Dutch people, they started these trading centers, the British also moved there and they also started their trading centers. With this incident in the year 1623, Dutch governor, in 1623, Dutch governor Van Spelt. Dutch governor was Van Spelt. This Dutch governor Van Spelt, what he said in the sense, better you have to create some fear in the minds of the British, then only they will not accompany. Otherwise, wherever we are going to start, there they are also coming and they are also starting activities. That's why automatically we are going in loss. We are getting losses because what in the sense qualitative and quantitative goods are manufactured by these people. So and at the same time, so these Dutch people, especially goods were not purchased by people. That's why we have to do something. We have to create fear in the minds of the. So we have to create fear in the minds of the Dutch like that. What happened in the sense? So it was said. We have to. So there is especially. Okay. So we have to create fear like that. It was said by whom in the sense? It was said by. It was said by this one, the British. So the Dutch governor, especially Van Spelt, said like that. At this moment, at Ambon Islands, what happened in the sense? 10 British merchants. These Ambon Islands. So comes in Indonesia. This comes in Indonesia. Ambon Islands comes in Indonesia. According to the words of this Van Spelt, so this Dutch people, Dutch merchants, so what happened? Attacked British merchants and 10 British merchants, they were killed there at Ambon Islands to create fear in the minds of the British. That's why what happened. Naturally, it led to rivalry. So differences, hatred between these two, between the British and the Dutch. At last, what happened? It led to war. Okay, between the British versus the Dutch. British versus the Dutch. War took place in 1759. Okay, so the British versus the Dutch. War took place in 1759. That is called Battle of Bedara. This is called Battle of Bedara. We are calling Battle of Bedara that took place. Battle of Bedara that took place in the year 1759. In this battle, as automatically what happened, the Dutch did not get good strength. So this happened. In this moment, they lost their. Okay, so this completely their trading centers. At the same time, they were defeated in the hands of the British. The Dutch were defeated in the hands of the British, and they decided that it is unnecessary to stay, unnecessary to be in India. Better to leave India like that. They decided. And they left India in the year 1759. Gradually, okay, first they started in 1759. So, and gradually they completely left India. But they started leaving India in 1759. So, like that, all the trading centers, they were completely vacated by these people. Like this, the first people to come to Andhra, the Dutch. The first people who vacated India, the Dutch. First people to come to Andhra. Second people to come to India. Because to India, if you see, the first people to come to India, the Portuguese. They were the first people to come to India. The Portuguese were the first people to come to India. But the second people to come to India, the Dutch. First people to come to Andhra, The Dutch. So at last what happened? Battle of Betra that took place in the year 1759. In this battle what happened? The Dutch were completely defeated because of so there's sophisticated weapons were not there, modern weapons were not there in the hands of this one, and a strong army also did not exist in the hands of the Dutch comparatively with this British. British got modern and sophisticated weapons, at the same time big army, experienced army, skilled army that existed in the hands of the British. Automatically what happened? They got victory. With this, the Dutch vacated India. They started vacating India 1759. Gradually they left India, right? So like this, first people to come to Andhra, the Dutch. Dutch East India Company, that was started in which year? Dutch East India Company. What is the main motto of these people? In the sense, establishing trade and commerce. Establishing trade and commerce, that became the main motto of these people. They got control over diamonds, especially the monopoly over these diamonds, like that we can say. I told you which are these diamond mines existed during that time. Guntur district as Kollur mines. So even Kohinoor diamond that was found there in Guntur district, Kollur mines only. Kohinoor diamond. So this Kohinoor diamond well. Kohinoor diamond that was originally found in Guntur district only. Kohinoor diamond. This Kohinoor diamond that was found therein. Okay. So there is found in Kollur mines only. Kollur mines. In Kollur mines only. This was sent to Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan. This was sent to Shah Jahan by, so there is Abdullah Hussain Qutub Shah Golconda Sultan, because he came to know that Shah Jahan, Mughals may attack Andhra, Golconda. That's why this Kohinoor diamond. So this Kohinoor diamond that was sent to Shah Jahan by this Abdullah Hussain Qutub Shah, this one. So from this Mughals, Nadir Shah, so there is taken away. That was taken away by this diamond, Kohinoor diamond, that was taken away by Sir Nadir Shah. So Nadir Shah attacked in the year 1739. This Nadir Shah. Attacked in 1739. So in the year 1739, this Nadir Shah. Okay. So there is he took away this diamond. From Nadir Shah, what happened? Once again, it came to. So there is this came to Punjab ruler. Okay, Ranjit Singh. And Ranjit Singh, he lost life. At last, from Ranjit Singh only, what happened? This diamond was taken away by the British. Like that. So even during that time, diamonds, the famous Andhra region that is famous for diamonds, like that it was said. Got idea about this one?